So I promised you guys a bit of an update, or a big update for my car. I've had trouble just trying to make the video and upload it. I have all the clips. I just couldn't get it to transfer from my phone to my laptop. So we're out here and I finally got my GoPro working and we're gonna go from here. First things first, what's behind me, my baby, my love, my prized possession. You take away everything away from me, I would die for this. This is my 2002 Jeep Wrangler. Like I said, this is my baby. I've had this car now for 2 years. I don't plan on ever selling it. And it's just becoming more apparent that it's just super expensive to actually keep up with it and what it's gonna need, because I bought this car 2 years ago, January 28th, 2022 for $10,000. It's stupid, I know. You can get one for about $8,000 and it's an automatic, but it's a 3-speed, not the troublesome 4-speed. Well, a bit of an update from the last video. I put the 33-inch tires on, so now it has the Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws, 33 by 12.5 R15, and again with the satin charcoal gray. I love these wheels. I had them on prior for that previous LJ I bought last year, and I put them on the car to sell it a lot sooner just for work purposes, but I feel like I really didn't get to enjoy just the look of this. Here's the thing, intense blue pearl. The sun has set, so it looks much darker on camera. If you look it up and you see what it looks like, you'll see it has this almost like a white pearlescent into it. This is almost like it's not that Patriot blue. This is much better. Personally, I think this is more vibrant and much more characteristic. But I think the Jeep owners will be very, very proud to know that I got a full spare in the back too. But one thing you got to keep into accounting is that if you can do this open box like I did, get an open box deal. Don't pay full price for a tire that realistically is just going to be back here for the entirety of its life, and it's just going to get dry rot and it's no good. Now if you're like me and you actually have a Jeep as a weekend car, maybe find a cover or something that just covers the tread. I'm still looking for it. I don't know where to find one. Hopefully someone can lead me into the right direction on where to. Now of course, when it comes to personalization, something near and dear to me, I lost, and I have personalized and immortalized his spirit into this car. I'm gonna turn this off for a second just so I can tell you the story. So last year, May 11th, unfortunately, I lost something that meant more to me than anything materialistic, anything of value. I lost my dog. I lost my dog Arlo. I had found him Thursday night and he had been ran over by a car. And it destroyed me. Alongside losing him that night was part of a bank failure. First Republic Bank, the second fastest bank run in history, and that started from March to May. We had officially gone under, and June we were supposed to find out of our employment with obviously the buyer, Chase, and to be in the mix of everything of now not knowing if I was going to be employed, which a year later, yes, I actually was employed by JP Morgan Chase. Just being in the mix of all that, and then having lost my dog, my son, my best friend. I got him after I had lost my dog of cancer 14 years. I got him a few months after, and I wasn't ready, and I was just going through a lot of personal things, and he ended up being the best thing to ever happen to me. I changed my demeanor, I had a better outlook on life, and I was overall happier. The simple things really do make you happy. But at the end of the day, it really just came down to, you could take away all my money, you can take away all my cars, I'd give everything to have my dog back. But this is life, and as much as I miss him every day, you know, So to Arlo, he meant everything to me, and I bought this Jeep specifically for us to go to parks, just adventures, and he's no longer with me, but I've decided to immortalize him. 21 Arlo. 21 represents the year he was born in 2021, and Arlo, of course, being his name. Why I chose that name, the way that he would walk is like the good dinosaur Arlo, so that's really where I got it from. So now that I've done the biggest thing I wanted to do, which actually I was just waiting for the plates to come in after 8 months, what's left for the build? And there's actually a lot, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is very expensive. Like I said, the lift kit's already on. Old Man Emu springs, Rancho RS 5000 shocks. Now I have JKS quick disconnect links for the 2.5 inch size. It's pretty big, pretty big. I did the black slots just because I like the way it looks better. It actually does not cut off or restrict any airflow, especially if you look at the newer Jeeps. It's a big misconception. I keep saying this, but the engine has to go for a rebuild. I'm gonna keep it OEM. I thought about boring it, getting a 4.2. I thought about messing with it or putting a V8, and it just doesn't make sense. It's not in my interest. You're gonna have to spend a lot more money for the wiring, the new ECU, the engine. And like I said, the starting point of this whole project was $10,000. And it doesn't make sense. And anyway, I mean, other people do because it's a hobby. GT2 RS. My ultimate goal here is some things are still going to change. I need to change out my steering stabilizer. I have a TerraFlex stabilizer. I don't like it. It does not work well. And I'm going to go with Bilstein. I have to get this thing dialed in terms of its suspension. We did the front track bar, drag link, the track bar, a couple other bushings that had ripped. I had to replace them. Greased them up. I might change shocks. We'll see. I'll give it another year on that one, maybe 6 months. Aside from mechanics and suspension, interior wise, it has to get reupholstered. The back seats are completely destroyed, and I want to do something custom. This is, like I said, I'm gonna keep this forever. I have to do something custom. So I've been looking at reupholstery shops and seeing what makes the most sense. There's a lot of options. Then there is, of course, the stereo. If you haven't noticed, my car is the half door, and I like to drive without the windows on. So living in Los Angeles, that could be a security problem. Now, do I go with single pin or the double pin touchscreen radio? It just kind of depends. I don't live in the bad area, thank God, but it just whenever I'm in Malibu or if I want to go somewhere else, I have to really think about that. Am I okay exposing, you know, my radio like that? Because people, they'll do stuff out here, and that's the problem. Don't get me started. And as I keep looking at my car, I have been itching to actually change out the headlights to new ones. I've had these LEDs on every single Jeep that I've had. I've gone through 6 Jeeps. They work, they're great, but maybe I need to switch it up a bit. I would love some recommendations. The side markers are actually gonna be also changed to LEDs. I'm waiting for the little caps that you put on the end of them to come in so I can actually properly put them on. That's how I lost the left one. See, the half doors just look so great. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This car means more to me than anybody could ever know. I'm gonna keep things going a lot more consistent. I know I keep saying that. First it was the phone, then I was out of storage, but I'm out of excuses. I have time, I have my baby, and I want to adventure. I just want to enjoy this as much as you guys do. For the Jeep community, thank you so much for having me. 6-time Jeeper, Jeep Wave. Please follow, like, and subscribe. wait until the next video.